Good morning and welcome to Cedar Creek Homestead. I hope you're having a wonderful day. I'm out here gonna feed my young calves I've got weaned, and I've showed you this before, but in case you're interested in one, I'm not getting paid nothing to advertise these, although if they want to pay me a commission, I'd gladly take it. But Appleton City, Missouri is where this came from. There's her phone number. With this feeder here, little wagon, it's supposed to hold 3 tons of feed, but to get 3 tons, they called it a 3-ton feeder, but it only holds 2, I should say. The guys at the feed store told me they could get another ton in there maybe, but they said they just had to really work, so they always put 2 tons of feed in it. It works really well. You can climb up this little ladder and get in the top if you want to, and to fill it up. I keep a clip down here, so you want to make sure and keep your little handle latched. If your cows come in here, right now I've got this closed off where the cows can't come in, but if they did get in here, they'll raise this arm up. My brother-in-law's got one just like this, and they raised his arm up on his, and he ate up all of his feed. The cows just kept coming. He went out there to get some feed one day, and it was empty. And he figured out the cows were coming up and eating on it. And anyway, I got another one of these little wagons over here. I keep corn in it, that little green wagon right there. And it's about the same way, except it's got 2 axles, and it seems like it handles better on the roadway if you're going very far. It seems like it does better. I'm not feeding my calves a whole lot right now. I'm sure they'd eat more if I'd feed it to them, but they get all the hay, and plus they've got Bermuda grass. They can eat all of it they want, but this here helps them convert it down better in their rumen. And kind of hard to film and do all this with just one hand. Hold the camera in one and film with the other. And as you can tell, my filming skills, I don't claim to be anything special when it comes to filming YouTube videos, but I go down to my local, we got several places you can have this filled up at, but one of our local feed stores have overhead bins, kind of like this overhead bin of mine that caught on fire last year. They have them like that, and you just back this thing underneath there and they fill it up, and it's pretty nice feed. I've showed it before. Now sometimes it's a little more powder than others, but it's got the pellets, got corn, and they'll eat that powder too. That don't bother the calves. You just got to make sure you feed it in a trough. If you're going to just pour it out on the ground, a lot of it's going to get wasted. But if you feed it in a trough, they'll clean it up in a trough. Anyway, this is my all-terrain vehicle. I've showed this before. This old truck got over 300,000 miles on it. It keeps going. It's been a dandy, so I use it to feed out of. I'd like to have one of them ATVs, like a Kubota Sidekick. So if Kubota, if you would like for me to drive your Sidekick, send me one, or holler at me. I'll come pick it up and I'll demo it here for free, and I'll use it for free. And but in the meantime, this old Chevy S10 is going to have to make it. It's the 03 model Chevy S10, but the old thing is a stick shift, a 4-cylinder. But one thing I like is it doesn't use much gas. It may not look the prettiest in the world. I don't look the prettiest in the world, so I don't care if my truck does. But it's an old wore out truck, but it starts and runs for me all winter long. It is not 4-wheel drive, so that kind of causes me a little trouble if it gets very wet and nasty around here. Otherwise, it does good. I've got toolboxes. I keep my farm tools in it. I used to use this as a work truck and retired it a few years ago, and I've just kept it here on the farm. Now it don't get very many miles. In fact, I'll burn about a tank of gas in it all winter long feeding the cows. And right now I'm not having to feed too heavy, just feed these calves, but it sure comes in handy for that. Anyway, we're going to hop in the truck and run down here and feed the calves. I got to stop off here and give these some feed. I've been feeding this bull a little extra feed and getting him ready. About the 1st of December, I'll be turning him out with the cows, and he'll be getting a workout. I'm gonna have to pick me up another bull before long, but he was looking kind of poor on me. I wormed him, and he's starting to fatten up and do better, but he's just young, and this will be his 2nd season to be out with the cows, and they really gave him a workout, him and my other bull. I sold the older bull the other day, and I'm looking for a 2nd bull. This is going to be our next year beef, and ribeye here. I've got him up here getting fattened up, but I just letting him keep this bull a little company, kind of keep him calmed down. Sometimes your bulls want to tear out and stuff, so I kind of, if you got some company in with them, they tend to not be quite as bad. But anyway, he's starting to look a little better there and getting fattened up and looking good. Not quite as fat still as I'd like for him to be, but I got about 2 weeks to go, so give me a little time to put a little more meat on his bones and get him ready for some workout here. Well, we're going to head on down the road here and go feed these young calves. I see they're down there ready and awake. Hey babies, swoop, 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 swoop. Y'all hungry? Well, got their feed out here for them. They are really growing. I got 25 calves in here, plus one old cow. Some of these heifers I plan to keep, but they're really growing, and I'm just hanging on to all of them right now, letting them grow a little bit. And I got one really small one here, but he was an orphaned calf, old Willie here, and but he's a growing. How are you, Willie? And he's starting to put on a little weight and look better. And his mama died and he was about 2 months old, and so I kept him up, fed him a little bit, and got him on grain. He's coming along, but he didn't do as good as the ones that's got their mamas. And I've got a few like this little black white face heifer here. I took her off of her mama a little bit early, and because her mama was a first-time calver, first time for to have a calf, so I thought it'd do the mama some good. But anyway, I got, like I say, 25 of them in here, and I'm holding on, hoping the prices will go up a little bit before I have to sell them. And if I get to needing the money, and I may have to sell the whole lot of them. But hopefully the prices will come up, and they won't be quite so bad. Some of these that have blue tags in their ears and pink over the right, I'm wanting to keep if I can. And this little heifer right here, I dehorned her the other day, and she's really healing up nicely. Can't even hardly tell it. But I thought I might want to keep her, so it's like if I'm going to keep her, I might want to make sure she's don't have any horns. But anyway, they're going to town on their food today. Well, it sure is a pretty morning out here at Cedar Creek Homestead. Got the calves fed, fixing to go put some hay out to the cows. And I want to say thank you for watching today, and if you haven't subscribed, we'd like to have you as a regular subscriber. Click that subscribe button, and after you do that, there'll be a little bell come up. If you click that bell, it'll notify you every time I put up a video. And we'd like to have you come along on our journey here at Cedar Creek Homestead. God bless you. We're gone.